All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Pathak Amath, GMS Dallas. And I'm just coming back at you with another quick hit lesson. And I think I'm going to simply entitle this one, These Devils Are Afraid, man. You know, just that simple. These devils are afraid. Because with everything that's going on in the earth, man, you know, you look around the earth, man, you know, prophecies are coming to pass. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Jake waking up, you know, left and right, all throughout the four corners of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's happening, these devils are panicking, and they're starting to make moves, man. You know what I'm saying? And one of the moves that they're making, which is very clear, that is about the men of the Lord out here bringing this truth out, is all the different regulations and provisions and regulations that they're coming up with on with YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? Which at the end of the day, we already know that all of that's going to go away, man. Famine of the word is on its way. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. You know what I'm saying? So these devils have a plan to try to, take the brothers and the teachings of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the true teachings, off of the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? They doing some ridiculous ass crap, like trying to charge brothers like $40,000, $42,000 per video. I guess that violates some ridiculous crap, man. You know what I'm saying? That these devils are just they're being put in a place that they just have to make moves, man. You know, in a position, you know, they've been backed in a corner, and they're being put in a position to have to make these moves out of that fear, man. You know, they feel it, man. It's a spirit thing, man. This is a spiritual things are going on here, man. You know, and if you're carnal, you're not going to be able to receive these things. But if you're a spiritual man, it'll make perfect sense to you, because that's what we're dealing with, man. The spiritual things are going on in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And through the spirit, these devils know, man. They know what's coming. Okay, so as the title says, these devils are afraid, man. So the first scripture I'm going to go to is James, the 2nd chapter, man, because it's very to the point. This is James chapter 2 and verse 19, and it reads, "Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well," which, of course, the elect, we know that, man. We know that to be true. You know, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Israel is the one true and one and only true power, man. You know, as the scriptures say, I believe it's in Psalms, the 96th chapter. All the gods of the nations are idols, man. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai made the heavens and the earth, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But there's one true power, man. So it says, thou, James 2 and 19, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. But also, I want to make this point. I think it's pursuant to Psalms 14 and 1. You know, it says that the man that doesn't believe that there is a God, that man, as a matter of fact, I'm already destroying it. Let me go. I'm gonna come back to James, because I don't want to jack this up. So I'm just gonna go get it. This is Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1. It says, "The fool that hath said in his heart there is no God, they are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good." You know, so he calls you a fool, man. So if you don't believe that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai exists, then you're a fool, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everything in the earth that has happened is happening, and the things that are going to happen, all the creation, how everything is perfectly set up. You know, the rising of the sun to the setting of the sun, you know, the moon, all of these things are like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? You got seas, bodies of water, oceans, bodies of water that they meet up. There's no boundaries between them, but they meet up and they don't intermingle. Of course, Esau tried to come up with a scientific reason that these are, regardless of your science, man, which the scriptures speak against your science. At the end of the day, it's the Lord, man. You know, it's the work of the Lord, man. So there's many evidences throughout the, just all throughout the earth and in the heavens, just everywhere that proves that there is a God, man. And that one true living power is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. But finishing this out, it says the devils also believe and they tremble, man. The devils also believe and tremble. So right there off the top, man, these devils believe and they tremble, man. They're afraid, because they know what's about to come to them, man. Things about to get ugly for them. You know what I'm saying? Very ugly. So these devils believe, you know what I'm saying? Don't for 1 second think that and when we say you devils, man, that's a nation of people, man. You Esau, you Edomites, man. You go back to your forefather Esau. When you read in the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter, it goes into the Jacob and Esau, man. And Esau is your forefather, man. You self-proclaimed so-called white people, man, who are calling yourselves Caucasians, man. You're Edomites. You go back to Esau. You're the devil, man. You're the wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. So it says, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well, which is talking about the elect, because they're the only ones that's going to believe in that one true power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The devils also believe and tremble. So you devils believe, and which it says when it says that, the average of these Edomites out here don't know who they are, man. You know what I'm saying? And they think they believe in which Jesus Christ is not that's not the Messiah, man. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to a man by the name of Cesare Borgia, man. That's not the Lord, man. So, but y'all are confused, man. Trying to believe in this Bible, man. The devils is really talking about here is talking about these elites, man. These banking families, man. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gaddys, Oppenheimers, Wahlburgers, all those the Illuminati. On the left-hand side, man, those illuminated ones those carnal illuminated ones on the left-hand side, man, because you six-pack Joes are confused, man, but you them devils too, man, and you believe and tremble. So that's what it's going into. But yeah, man, so these devils are afraid, man, and rightfully so, man. Nothing good is coming to these devils, man. And the reason they're afraid, I want to bring this out right here because I'm gonna make a point of things that have happened, because when you read in Ecclesiastes, the 1st chapter and verse 9, it says the man that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun, man. So I'm gonna bring this out because this is coming again, man. This is Revelations 20, and I'm gonna start at verse 2, and it reads, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. So I brought that out, and that he is talking about Yahushai, because when you read up in the first verse, it goes into the angel that had that having that key to the bottomless pit. You know what I'm saying? And that great chain in his hand, which is Yahushai. But it says he laid a hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. So all of those things are synonymous, man, which is talking about a man, a people in the earth, man. You so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. You got the same spirit, man. That's why it says I believe it's I know it's in either 1 Thessalonians or 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, he whose coming is after the workings of Satan, man. So that's who it's talking about. You Edomites, man. When you look in the earth at your track record, it's not hard to tell that is you, chemtrailing the air and poisoning the air we breathe. His own air, dummy. Poisoning the water with fluoride and chemicals, the water that we drink, a GMO in the foods and poisoning the foods we eat. You know what I'm saying? When you look at over in Atlanta, Georgia, you got the Georgia Guidestones, where this devil wants to depopulate the earth to down to like 500 million people, and you got 7 billion people on the planet, man. You got to kill like 6.5 billion people, and these devils are gonna do it, man. You got your vaccinations and of course these devils with their wicked legislation makes sodomites and lesbians give them rights. All of these things are destructive and lead to death, man, which is going to take you people out, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even realize, and you're out here gay parades and just, upholding this stuff, man, like it's some good thing, man. No, man, it's all in efforts to get rid of your stupid asses, man. You dummies. But getting back into the crux of the lesson, he laid hold on you devils. And this, when this happened, this was back during the time of the Dark Ages, which we were taught was a time that, well, the Dark Ages was a time when there was no knowledge in the earth. The Most High wasn't dealing in the earth, and no bullshit, man. This is a time when dark people ruled, man. The Israelites were in rulership, and it lines up with prophecy. They would call themselves the Moors, man. Had converted into Islam, man, and was calling themselves Moors, but they were Israelites, man, and they were ruling during that time, for 1,000 years. And when you go into history, it lines up perfectly. Check it out. But it says that they laid hold on him and bound him 1,000 years. That lines up perfectly with that history. Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit, which that bottomless pit is representative of Europe, because there was no resources over there at that time. And it says, and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more. So he's been a deceiver from the beginning, man. Just a devil, man. That's what devil means, deceiver. Satan means adversary. And reading on, it says, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, which that 1,000 years was fulfilled during the latter 1300s going into the 1400s, man. And after that, he must be loosed a little season, which he was, man. He was released out of his prison, out of slavery up under the Israelites. They were being wicked. Moses put them back, raised these devils back up. And that's what's known as the Renaissance period, or the rebirth period, rebirth of what? White supremacy, white rule, that white rulership, so-called white, because you're not white, you're red, man. Edom, red, so and Jake went back into slavery during that time. What I'm saying? Back under this devil. And those are the times we're in all the way up to today. We're still in that little season right to this very day, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to drop down real quick to verse 10. It says, this is verse 10, Revelation 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And that lake of fire is talking about right here in America, man. That's what John the Revelator was seeing from up above, outside of the firmament or ozone layer, from that chariot, man. Because he's part of the elect, man. And he was looking down, and Most High was showing him that vision from the chariot, man. And America, from that high distance, looks like a little lake, man. So that lake that it's talking about is America, man. And it says where the beast and the false prophet are. The beast is representative of NATO, man. You know what I'm saying? And the false prophet is the Catholics, man, the Catholic Church, man. And it says, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever, because all of those are Edomites, and they're all going to receive this lake of fire, this destruction, man. They know that, man. These elites know that, and that's why they're afraid, because they knew that once, let me go here. Once this started happening right here, Slakia, I'm tripping. Once this started happening right here, let me go to this real quick and bring this out, that their problems was it's on and popping, man. Them problems are here now. This is Revelations chapter 11 and 11, and it reads, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. That's that fear, man. These devils are afraid, because it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High, man, entered into them. That's going into the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's going into. And that's not dealing with the entire nation of Israel, because first of all, you have to be an Israelite. But Zechariah 13 and 8 says that 2 parts shall be cut off and die, but the 1 part shall be brought through the fire. So it's only dealing with the remnant or the elect of the nation of Israel, which that's prophesied in Isaiah. Let me get that real quick, and we'll come back. Isaiah the 10th chapter and verse 21. This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 21, and it reads, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. And that's what that's going into in Revelations, man. that remnant returning, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, and after 3 days, Revelations 11 and 11, and after 3 days and a half, which that 3 days and a half is representative of 350 years, you know, because when you read in the book of Malachi, I believe it's the 4th chapter, like around verse 5, it goes into how the Most High said he was going to send Elijah before the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Well, that great and dreadful day was talking about today. We're in those times now. So Elijah has been here, and we now know by way of Abba Bivens, that's when that prophecy came to pass, man. Because Abba Bivens woke up like around 1970, which when you do the math from 1620 when we came over on those slave ships, cargo slave ships, until the time that Abba Bivens, the Most High, put the Spirit on him and woke him up and brought him out of the darkness to go into the Bible and into prophecies, into the history, into archaeology, and all these different things that you have to know to deal with these scriptures and put all this stuff together. It's a perfect 350 years, you know, 1620 to 1970, man, which is what this is going into, which we now know Abba Bivens is that man. That's Elijah. That's John the Baptist, man, if you can receive it. Revelations 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. And what's that spirit of life, man? You know, it says, Salaki, let me continue to read a little bit more. It says, the spirit of life entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. And great fear fell upon them which saw them, which is going into the elect, man. You know, I didn't want to get ahead of myself. I was about to get ahead of myself. Which lines up perfectly with Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, man. And when you go into Ezekiel, so let me get that real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, and I'm gonna start at verse 9, and it reads, then said he unto me, to Ezekiel, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. And the reason it said from the four winds is because that's where the Israelites were scattered, man. You know, Deuteronomy 28 and 64, you know what I'm saying? And that's where they're going to be gathered from, pursuant to Matthew 24 and 31, man. You know what I'm saying? From the four corners, from the four winds. So that wind is Salakia, and that breath is representative of that understanding, man, the understanding of the scriptures. So verse 10, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath, there it is, that understanding came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Ain't that what it said in Revelation, the 11th chapter, man? They stood on their feet, and great fear fell upon them that saw. Well, here it is. We're reading about, this is the prophecy of that happening right here in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. It says, so I prophesy as he commanded me, and the breath, that understanding of this Bible, of the scriptures, of the words written in this book, came into them. We just read that was given, it entered into them by way of the Lord, man. So you can't just come into this thing, man. It has to be given to you. And they lived, because when you read, you know, that breath, which that understanding is life, man. You know, that's representative of life, the life, man. This is John chapter 6 and verse 63. And it reads, it is the spirit that quickeneth. And that word quickeneth means to make alive. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So there it is right there. The words of this Bible are spirit and life, man. You know what I'm saying? So when Ezekiel, Salakia, when Ezekiel said, so Ezekiel 37 and 10, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived. We just read it. The words that I speak are spirit and life, that living water, man. You know, the understanding, you know, that's that breath. And that's how you are alive, made alive, man. As a matter of fact, let me get one more. This Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. And it reads, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, that understanding, that's that breath, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Because if you don't have understanding, you're not alive, man. So the majority of these people are dead, man, spiritually, and which is going to become physically soon, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath and understanding came into them, and they lived. You know, the understanding, that's that breath, and how do you live? You got to understand the words, man. The things that are written in this Bible, you got to have that true understanding of them, and then you're quickened, made alive, man. That's how you live. That's why the scriptures are called living water, man. And it says, and they stood upon their feet and great Salaki, and they stood upon their feet an exceeding great army, man. I'm excited, man. You know how these scriptures come together, man. So Salaki, bear with me, man. I'm excited. But it says, and they stood upon their feet an exceeding great army. So that's exactly what's going on when we jump back to Revelations 11, right here, Revelations 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life, that's what we just read in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, man, entered into them from the Most High, mind you, entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. We just read that in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, that exceeding great army, and great fear fell upon them which saw. And that's talking about, like I said, the banking families, man. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPont, Gaddies, Oppenheimers, those Wahlburgers, all of them, man. They're afraid right now, man. They're afraid because they're witnessing these prophecies come to pass, man. And believe you me, they know, man. They know what's written in this Bible. They know the truth. It's only you six-pack Joes that don't know what's going on. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors, because these devils don't give Jake credit for nothing, man. Jake has been responsible for the creation, all these different things that the devil has taken credit for, creating. Jake is the one came up with that, man. These ideas, man. The stoplight and different things that Jake has been responsible for. They don't get no credit for. And then these devils has had Jake for hundreds of years at free labor, man. And then they'll turn around and call Jake lazy. You're lazy. No, Jake ain't lazy, man. They're tired, man. They're worn out, which the scripture said that he would wear out the saints, man. You know what I'm saying? It says that, As a matter of fact, when you go back to Genesis, it said that by the sweat of his brow shall, so he was going to have to, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to remember exactly how that was worded. But basically he was going to, by the sweat of his brow, he was going to have to, it's how he was going to have to live. Can't remember exactly where it is. I don't remember if it's in the second chapter or in this third chapter. Salaki, bear with me for 1 second. Yeah, here it is. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. So it says from the sweat of thy face, man, meaning you're going to have to do some hard labor, man. You're going to have to work hard to eat, man, to eat your bread, man. And that's exactly what Jake is going through right now, man. So these things are all prophesied, man. You know what I'm saying? So going back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. So that's those not taking account of his labors, man. This devil don't give Jake credit for anything. As a matter of fact, it's in the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and I believe 65, where about the soles of his feet are going to be wore out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of these things are in the scriptures, man. But this dude will give Jake no account of his labors, man. He'll call him lazy. So Wisdom 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, which is what you're seeing, man. You see these the men of the Lord go out week in, week out, in season, out of season. You know what I'm saying? They're out there, man. You know, through the four corners of the earth, man. Prophesying, you know, telling this devil, you know, that's that great boldness. You're through, man. Your kingdom is through. Your kingdom is going down. It's going to be destroyed by way of nuclear destruction, man. And telling them devils they're going into slavery for 1,000 years, man. That's that righteous man standing in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what these things are going into. And that's why these devils are afraid, man. You know, they're scared because they know now that these things are happening, that they're through. That's why Revelations 12:12, the devil is about to come down having great wrath because he know that he hath but a short time, man. His time is up. His rulership is up. It's over. He's about to go into slavery and he knows it, man. His kingdom is about to be destroyed and he knows it, man. So I got one more and then I'm going to bring this lesson to a close. Hopefully this has been edifying. You know, this is Revelation chapter 6 and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, and the kings of the earth and the great men, which the kings of the earth are these elites, these rulers, and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So these devils are going to try to hide, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and it goes into that in Amos the 9th chapter, man. But the Lord's hand is going to take them, man. You know, when he try to go into his underground military, a deep underground military bases. You know, these devils got underground cities, man. Under every major city, if I'm not mistaken. You know, if I'm wrong about that, Salakia, forgive me. But I believe it's one under every major city, if I'm not mistaken. It's called DUMBs, deep underground military bases. But they're basically underground cities, man, where these devils can try to go hide. You know, those bunkers, man. You know what I'm saying? In the mountains, you know, in these rocks, underground. They got their little space stations and stuff out in the heavens. But Amos 9:2 tells you that the Most High's hand is going to bring them down. He's going to pull them out of hell, man, which is in the earth, man. It's not fire, man. You know, he's going to pull them out of heaven, which is in the space stations, man. You know, all of these little places that they think they're going to hide, man. They try to go in the water, man. Leviathan is going to play, man. You know what I'm saying? Gonna get their asses. So they have nowhere to run, man. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That wrath is coming, man. That indignation, that righteous anger is going to bring forth that wrath from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. By way of Yahushai, who is that Lamb, man. You know, he's returning as a lion, man. Verse 17, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And the answer to that question is no one. You know, if you outside of this truth, you're through, man. That's it, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to rain down on this place, man. You know, he's coming hard. So take heed. But these devils are running scared, man. These devils are afraid. But as the scriptures say, there's nowhere to hide, man. This devil can't hide, man. You know, so, hey, with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadad, Shalom. And if you flag this video, death and destruction to you. And if you take the pages down, you taking these pages down, these brothers, death and destruction to you, man. And death and destruction to America, man. This place is through. Wa abad babal.